Tonight, an easy-to-use website helps you find the best care for an elder parent or loved one.
It's a wealth of information compiled by the nonprofit journalism group ProPublica. Their special report on nursing home inspections shows how choosing a care home can truly have life or death consequences.
NBC 7 Investigates reporter Mari Payton has the story of two families who wish they'd known much more before they made those choices.
You can check the quality ratings and the inspection reports, get references, and take a tour of the nursing homes. But these two families want you to know that's not always enough. They're hoping you can learn from their tragic stories and avoid their pain.
We have some nice trees out there. She liked to listen to the wind blowing in the trees.
Judy asked us to use only her first name to protect her family's privacy. But she talked openly about what happened to her mother when they had to move her to a nursing home.
I did my research online. I went out on foot. I made phone calls. I checked with the health department reports.
But all that work could not protect Judy's mom. She says a nursing aide put her in a bath with the water too hot and kept her there too long.
And she started to cry. And the caregiver said, "Don't be a crybaby," and left the room.
But it was more than just painful.
It was like a burn, like a really bad bright pink burn.
There were infections and other complications.
It was the size of a dinner plate, and it covered her entire bottom area.
Judy quickly moved her to another facility and with help from her sister stayed almost constantly at her mother's bedside, but she never recovered.
Some point in all of this, it happened really quickly. I closed my eyes. Just gonna rest. And all of a sudden it just kind of got quiet. And I looked over and she was gone.
Judy's family sued the nursing home and won a substantial payment. But more than the money, she wants to hold nursing homes accountable for their negligence. Looking back, the warning signs were there.
Her room just started getting really messy. Clothes on the floor and soiled towels in the bathroom. It's like they left her.
Judy wishes she'd asked more questions and demanded answers.
If your intuition is telling you that something is wrong, act on it.
Attorney Randy Walton is an expert in nursing home abuse. He says don't be shy about voicing your concerns.
You've got to be a squeaky wheel in these places.
Before you choose a facility, talk to residents and their families. Inspect the kitchen, activity rooms, and bathrooms. When you make your choice, get to know the staff. It helped Anastasia Howard.
The two aides were literally, window open, hanging out of the window, waving to me, saying, come up here, you know, we need to speak with you right away.
The nursing aides told her something she says other employees tried to hide. Her mother had been forced to walk despite a painful fall.
I was speechless. The frustration and anxiety from that, words don't describe it.
And her mother couldn't ask for help because this once vibrant woman who had traveled the world promoting women's rights had severe Alzheimer's disease.
Simply because she couldn't speak or couldn't voice her concerns, she was easily just kind of brushed under the rug because she couldn't cry out or be the squeaky wheel.
Anastasia later learned that her mother had fallen not once but twice and broken her hip. She says the staff ignored those injuries. She immediately moved her mother to another facility, but she developed ulcerated bed sores and eventually died from infection.
Terrible. The worst possible outcome.
Her lawyer says frequent and unannounced visits, especially after dark, can reveal the truth about patient care.
Is this a facility that late at night residents who should be in their rooms are wandering around and there's no nurse at the nurse's station, or the nurses, instead of checking on the residents in the room, or watching television?
Attorney Joel Bryant says, remember, nursing homes are a business and some will cut staff and training to dangerous levels to maximize profit.
I mean, as we've seen in other cases, sometimes spending an extra $50 would have been the difference between life and death.
Well, every day I'm seeing staff that are caring, compassionate, and really find it a calling to work in this industry.
Sophia Lucas says these horror stories are an exception to the otherwise excellent care offered at California nursing homes. She runs a nursing home and says the majority of caregivers form strong and very personal ties with their clients.
It's a hard, tough job to be a caregiver or a nurse in this industry, and you won't do it unless it's truly what you love to do.
But those reassurances offer little comfort for Judy's family.
If I had a message for anybody, it would be, do not put a loved one in a facility and not be there to watch closely and advocate for that person.
If you're looking for a nursing home, recommendations from a family doctor, relatives, and friends can really help. Also, there's lots of information available on the web. Start with the California Advocates for Nursing Home Reform, or CANR. Their website is an excellent resource. Mark, Catherine?
Well, you can find the ProPublica database on our website, NBC7.com. We also have a link to the CANR database, and you can search for nursing homes on our website.